What up, guys? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. We are live on YouTube, live on TikTok. Let's get it, guys. So we're talking Monday Night Football here. Let's go. Breaking down both Monday night NFL football games. Let's get it, guys. How's it going? Do I drop Devontae or T. Higgins to stash Rashee Rice? I'm not a fantasy guy, but if I were, it depends on the size of the league too, right? It depends on the size of the league. And then, I don't know. I don't really have high hopes for Devontae Smith. That's just my quick look at this, bro. But I'm not even a prop guy. I don't even do props too much. So much less fantasy, brother. So, what up, Jay? How you doing, brother? Happy Monday, guys. What's up, Shavan? How you doing, man? Let me join, brother. You are allowed to join just like everybody else. Hit the link in bio. Link in bio to join up. It's been fun, man. It's been fun. 10-2? 10-2 in week 4, 10-0 in week 3. That would put us at a combined 20-2. Let's get it, man. I'm talking about the live. Oh, no, you're good, brother. You're not joining that. I don't got time for that, bro. What, we gonna do a battle? You about to battle with me, bro? Double tap the screen. Tap. Come on, bro. We got bills to pay. Come on, bro. Tony, was that Tony? Nah, Bands. I'm offended you asked that, bro. Come on, man. You got time to play games. Go do a chore, bro. Good. I'm messing with you, bro. My man wants to battle. Do you like the over in the Dolphins game? I'm trying to talk about the damn game. Nah, bro. I don't got time. I don't got time for that, bro. Let's get it though. Let's get it. All right, guys. Shavan, we're about to talk. We're gonna talk about the total. We're gonna talk about the side. We're gonna talk about the player stuff. Okay, the player stuff. I can't say. I gotta limit my words a little bit here because of TikTok, tiki-taki. But we're gonna try our best, man. Let's get it. Let's give it another 10 seconds or so, man. 10, 20 seconds or so. People to join up. I need your help, Dolphins or Jets. We could start right there, guys. If you guys want to start with the Jets game, drop JETS, Jets. Right now, if you guys want to start with the Broncos game, drop Broncos for me. What side are you guys on, man? Or what game do you guys want to start with? Is Tua for one interception free? Yeah, Tua's got some. He's got some issues, bro. He's got some issues. Ain't moved shit. All right, man. Let's talk about this game. We are talking about the New York Jets versus the Miami Dolphins. I almost had Marlins again, man. I gotta get out of baseball mode. All right, guys. Let's run a poll for this one real quick, just for my guys that are out here shooting in the gym with me. Give me red for the Jets, blue for the Dolphins. What side are you on today? Red for the Jets, blue for the Dolphins. Let's get right into it, man. Cast your votes, and I will give you how I'm feeling on this game so far. I still don't have anything locked in. I don't lock in anything until after dinner, man. I gotta have some dinner first. But I'll give you guys what I'm feeling so far. I'm giving you guys my opinion so far. It could change. Don't get mad at me if it does. But this is what I'm feeling. I'm just gonna. The main purpose of this is to cook it up, man. You guys give me information. I give you information. This is an exchange of information, okay? And then I could give you which way I'm leaning. If you guys want my top plays, link in bio. They've been doing pretty good so far. If you haven't heard, let's go, man. New York Jets versus Miami, guys. This line has stayed strong all week. Not just all week. Before the games were played, this thing was still 2.5. A week ago, Miami favored at home by 2.5. This is not super public either. 56% of the public is on Miami. Okay. Again, guys, just like we did on Sunday, guys, and y'all gotta admit, we walked through those storylines so perfectly on Sunday. Like I was even impressed. I was like, oh, how do I remember all three of these games? Let's do the same thing with Jets and Miami here. All right, so let's walk through the Jets. Okay, Jets are coming off of a loss in Tampa Bay. Okay, I know that the score looks close, but this game was not close. Okay, Tampa Bay had this game, and then the New York Jets rallied late. Okay, and they had the game won. They had the game won, and then they ended up losing it on a blocked field goal, right? So is that really like a gut wrenching kind of a loss? No, you weren't in that game. You weren't in that game at all. You had no business being in that game. They scored 21 points in the fourth quarter and then lost. Okay, Miami. We haven't seen Miami in 10 days. All right, so they have a rest advantage here as well. We haven't seen Miami since they played Buffalo 10 days ago in Buffalo. In a game they competed, right? They were 11-point dogs and they lost by 10. They were in that game. But in terms of storylines, is there really anything here? The Jets, if this was like a gut-wrenching loss, I would say maybe the Jets could potentially still be hanging their hats on that loss. But in terms of scheduling wise, I think we're good here. Okay? In terms of strength of the schedule, we're also pretty even here. Both of these teams have played top 8 competition. The New York Jets, number 8. The Miami Dolphins, number 5. Okay, you guys have heard Justin Fields is the quarterback. He is back after a concussion. I almost had a head injury. A head injury is a concussion. A concussion is a head injury. So we haven't seen Justin Fields really since week 2, right, against that Buffalo in that Buffalo game. He looked really bad, and I think he got injured in the second quarter, the first quarter. He only had completed three out of his 11 passes. He looked really bad, but again, that's a Buffalo team that we expect to be contending for a Super Bowl at this point, right? And then if you look at the full game before that, Justin Fields looked pretty good against the Steelers defense that year in year out you would expect them to be pretty good. Tua on the other side, man, he's just gonna make these head scratching plays. Like, did he really just make that throw? Okay, so we're getting to how I really feel in this game, guys. Let me just walk you through everything I'm seeing on my model right here. So Justin Fields, Tua Tagovailoa. If you're looking at passer rating, guys, both of these guys actually have an identical passer rating. The Fields ranks 20th, Tua ranks 23rd. Okay, so there's really a quarterback edge here, not a whole lot, but the eye test kind of tells me that I can trust Justin Fields a little bit more. Guys, the against the number trends that you should be familiar with. When you have a winless team against another winless team, the dog typically is where you want to go. You want to take the points usually. 63% against the number since 2003. Okay. On the other side, you should know that Tua is 5-0 straight up against the Jets. The Miami Dolphins are 10-4 in their last 14 against the Jets and 7-2 at home in those 9 games. But there is a caveat here. Tua at home in primetime games has not been pretty. He is 0-3 in his last 3 primetime games straight up. Okay. When it comes to the side in this game, I could talk about X's and O's, but you guys know both of these offenses are subpar. These defenses are both pretty bad as well. The Miami Dolphin looks a little bit better. A little bit worse, especially against the pass. They definitely have a weakness against the pass here. When it comes down to it, guys, this is the way I'm feeling. With still 2 hours to go till kickoff, this is what I'm feeling right now. You have a Miami team with head coach McDaniels. At this point, this seems like a team that's just trending in the wrong direction. Hopes are kind of down. I've seen Tyreek Hill just give up on some routes. I see the frustration. I see McDaniels, and he looks like he's on the hot seat. It looks like he's one more loss. It looks like he's out of here, right? Meanwhile, New York Jets, man, it still feels like they have a breath of fresh air. Aaron Glenn, new head coach, still looking for his first win of his career. Justin Fields coming back. He looked good in the first game. He looked bad against a really good Buffalo team. Right now, I'm feeling the Jets. It's a lean at this point, but I'm feeling the Jets, man. Sorry to go a little long-winded on that. Let me see what you guys are saying. Again, guys, as I'm breaking down the games, I want you guys to give me your opinion as well. My man Rafa says take the Jets 3.5. I don't know what juice you guys are paying for. That sounds a little juicy, man. I wouldn't pay too much juice. My man Terrence says Tua 350. You expect Tua to go off for 350? 350 is a lot, brother. Do you have any picks? I do, bro. Every single day I have picks. Link in the bio if you guys want to join the squad. It's been smacking. I have Jets 2.5. 2.5 is kind of a dead number. I know they say don't buy points, don't buy points. I would shop around and try to get a 3 if you could get a good number on the 3 if that's the way you're going. I'm worried the Dolphins turn into the 78 Steelers. I wasn't around for the 70s, brother, so you got to remind me. Was that the steel curtain at that point? I love the over in the game. Let's talk about the total, guys. Let's talk about the total. Is there rain in Miami today? That's good information. Let me see. Rain in the forecast. But it kind of, Florida, you kind of do get slight chance of thunderstorms. Miami, man, you get these random rain showers and then they kind of just go away. The over, okay, we can talk about the over under as well. How do you feel about the Jets kicker to get 1.5 field goals? The Jets kicker to get 1.5 field goals. I like the idea of the Jets moving the ball on the Miami defense and then kind of stalling out, right? I could see that, especially with the offensive line. These offensive lines are not elite units, right? I could see offensive lines getting stalled out. I'm not into a whole lot of props, but kicking props are something I would probably look at, brother. Tyler, I hope that answered your question. All right, guys, you guys are ready to talk about the over/under? If your free play hits today, I'm joining. Sounds good, brother. I'm gonna try my best. I drop a free play for you guys every single day in the Discord. Link is in bio. Yesterday's did not go my way. I'm sorry. It was Ravens. I ended up 7-1 on the day. What can I say? I had 8 plays, and I sent Ravens the 1 loss as my free play. It works out that way sometimes. I'm sorry. No excuses. We gotta hit, man. The model has the Jets winning. My model is not one of those models that just gives you a result. I think computers and AI are great. They're great, but they're never gonna. They should never just give you a result and then you're just gonna follow the result. I think that's silly. If you took Miami, you're square. It's not super public. We've had more public stuff this week. All right, guys. Let's go to the over/under real quick. I'm trying to catch up with everybody. Let me catch up on YouTube real quick, guys. YouTube says it's not their fault. Parsons, Dobbs. My man's still talking about the Cowboys. That was a hell of a game, so I don't blame you. Sal says Dolphins are winning this game. You guys are overthinking it. Take the Dolphins to win at home. Okay. I mean, I don't think overthinking it is necessarily a bad thing. But what we're doing right here is just cooking it up. We're just exchanging information. We're cooking it up. My man Conrad says take the Broncos. We're going to talk about that game. Rain and windy. Okay, that's good information. Trying to know what to make of that, because in Florida you do get just these scattered thunderstorms. Let's talk about the over/under real quick, guys. Let me know when it's cooked. It'll be cooked in the Discord, kitten. In the Discord, link is in bio. Join up. How many plays will you have today? So I'm focused on these 2 NFL games and nothing else. I don't think there's anything else on. But I could see myself going for 2 to 3 plays today, plus a combination play. Okay, guys, let's focus on the over/under, and then we'll talk some props. Okay, let's go over/under, and then let's talk some props real quick, guys. So again, guys, don't try to guess my plays. You don't know if I'm going over, under, team totals, sides. I'm just exchanging my information and just giving you guys what I see so far. All right, guys, give me red for the over, blue for the under. We're talking about the Jets versus the Dolphins still, and then we're going to go to the next game. If you're taking the over, give me red. Give me blue if you're taking the under. Same thing, I'll give you I'll give you my opinion on this game here. On the game total. Red for the over, blue for the under. The Jets and the Dolphins. That's the game we're talking about still. And then we'll go to the next game. All right, guys. So we have a total here that hasn't moved, right? Just like the side, the total hasn't moved at all. And then that's what makes this a little bit difficult. You have this thing opened up 44.5. It is still 44.5. You also have another play here that's not really public. 60% of the public is on the over, okay? I'm looking at the score from a week ago, and automatically I see both of their last games went over, okay? The Jets went over with Tampa, Miami went over with Buffalo. So automatically I'm like, okay, so you could be a little bit over, the total could be a little overvalued here, given that both teams went over yesterday. And this thing is at 44.5. That is a small number there a little bit. And then you got to look at these offenses and where are the weaknesses, okay? So both of these teams can run the ball, okay? They can't really do anything else. They're really not doing anything else besides running the ball. Which of these teams could stop the run? That would be the Jets. The Jets have a better run-stopping defense so far, according to success rate and EPA, and these are the metrics you should look at. Miami's run defense is not terrible, but not the same, okay? So the next question would be, how often do they run the ball? The New York Jets, they run the ball. They're 7th in running the ball frequency. Okay, so they run the ball against a Miami defense that isn't as good at stopping the run. So I kind of like that to keep the clock running, right? Keep the clock running, keep the clock running, and the points. You get less possessions that way, of course. Miami doesn't even try to run the ball. They are 32nd in run frequency, so you would expect Tua here to have not a whole lot of run support. I know these look like some pretty bad defenses here, and they are. There are some bad defenses here, but when you look at the game logs, let me pull up the Dolphins scores so far. There are some games where you could cut them some slack. Okay, the Bills scored 31. They scored 3. Last second, right, to get that over, but that was an under game the whole way, really. They allowed 33 points to the Colts, right? They had the element of surprise there. Nobody knew what Danny Dimes was gonna do. I don't know. I would expect this Miami defense to be a little bit better. The Jets, they typically don't have a bad defense. I think this is a low number. I think both of these games went over a week ago. This is one you probably got to hold your nose on. I would probably lean under. It's ugly though. It's ugly. I don't think I'd have any interest in this. Let me see what you guys said. You guys are actually pretty even on this. I'm surprised. Yeah. I really don't have too much of a strong opinion here. I do see that the total was 45 at one point, at a good point, at the midway point of the week, and they did bring this thing down to 44.5. I can give you guys some more information in terms of primetime, guys. In terms of primetime, the under has been smacking a little bit more. This goes back a while now. Did it hit on Thursday Night Football? 24 to 23? I'm trying to remember the Cardinals score on Thursday. Give me 1 second, guys. Not the MLB Cardinals. So if you're looking at, so 23 to 20, that was a 43 and a half under. The unders have hit on prime time. Historically, they do hit much better. So far, it is 7-4 to the under. Okay, on Monday Night Football like today, you do have it's only been 1-2 to the over, to the under. Excuse me. I don't have a strong feel for this, but the contrarian in me wants to excuse these defenses a little bit. They've played some tough competition so far. According to the strength of schedule, they've both played top offenses so far. I would lean under, but I don't really have anything with the total there. Miami Jets, Bengals under. Okay, we can talk about the Bengals game if that's where you want to go. Who do you have for touchdown scorers? That's what we're about to get to next, guys. You went 10-2 against a number. Why work at all? Yeah, I don't work. This is what I do full time. And yes, 10-2 in week 4. 10-0 last week, man. So got some room for improvement. Guys, hit the follow button if it's your first time here. Hit the follow button. Do not miss out on these streams. We're out here cooking every single day, man. I'm out here giving you guys good information and just trying to make all of us a little bit better. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. It's $70, man. $70. It includes 4 weeks of NFL, 4 weeks of college football, and MLB playoffs, guys. MLB playoffs is around the corner. Do not miss out, man. If you guys are watching me for the first time, I'll give you guys a little promo code here, man. Use promo code GREATNESS. Spell it all the way out, all caps. Greatness, that'll get you 20% off, man. 20% off. I think that'll bring it down to like $55. You get a month for $55, man. Consider joining. Link is in bio. You're killing it, broski. Keep it up. Thank you, man. I'm out here working. Thank you. I appreciate it, Jakes. All right, guys. Let's talk about some totals. Let's talk about some totals real quick, man. 70 is expensive. No, it's not. Bro, you could be doing $10 per U, and it's still affordable, okay? Because if you look at how much you're spending on FD and DK, it adds up to $300, $400 a week, okay? How much you're risking, okay? If you don't think 70 is worth it for somebody that's came on here and told you all summer, I told you, watch out for my college football, watch out for my NFL. 68% on college football last year, 58% this year. 58% on NFL last year. I'm even better this year, man. Let's go. Link in bio. All right, guys. Let's talk about the props real quick. What props you guys got here? Chase Brown to get a touchdown. Okay, sorry. So let's talk about the Jets and Miami. What are your favorite props? Drop your favorite props in the chat, and let's go through them real quick. Thank you. So my man Cicito, yep, one of my guys that just joined. He says he does between $10 and $20. He's already tripled whatever you put in. The rest of that is gravy, man. The rest of that is gravy. All right, game winning 50 yards. I don't know what that means. J.K. Dobbins. Okay, you guys are talking Bengals. Herbal says leaning the Jets 4.5. 4.5 is pretty juicy there, man. Fields to get a touchdown. I would expect, I don't know. I typically like the quarterbacks on prime time to use their feet and make some moves. But you gotta think, man. Fields is coming off a concussion, right? He can't take hits right now. They gotta protect him. When you come off of a concussion, you are kind of fragile a little bit, coming back. So there may not be a touchdown in the Jets game. Okay. Well, there you go. You heard it here first, man. My man Jeff on YouTube says you might not even get any touchdowns. Garrett Wilson to get 50 yards receiving. Garrett Wilson. I like a Garrett Wilson day. Let's take a look at the game logs from a week ago. I always like to pull up last week, right? Last week and see how they did. Garrett Wilson went off for 84 yards and a tutty a week ago. I would expect him to deal here. For if you're just doing the 50 yards alternative, I like that though. I don't mind that. Tua passing yards under 242. I think Tua can struggle a little bit here. This Jets pass defense. I know their numbers look bad. But their success rate number is actually pretty good. That means they're keeping opponents passing games. They're keeping they're staying on track on defense against the pass. Even though their numbers look bad, even though it's been like boom or bust with them, right? It's been boom or bust. They've led some big plays on them through the air, but overall. You have a 45.6 success rate. The pass defense that's really in trouble would be Miami. So I would expect Tua to not have himself a passing day so much, man. I'm trying to catch up with everybody, man. Tua's even worse than the Jets number, bro. I don't know what that means. All right, you guys ready to talk? Yo, bro, 25-0. You guys ready to talk Broncos? Let's go to the Broncos game real quick, and then we could circle back, guys. I'm worried about Justin Fields' first game after concussion. Tariq, I hear you. I hear you, brother. First game after a concussion. I would say though, if it was severe, you know, he would have been out longer. He would have been out longer. I believe Justin Field got ruled in pretty quickly. So, you know, that kind of tells me he was, you know, it wasn't as severe as it could have been. What up, PSI? How you doing, brother? All right, guys, let's switch over to Broncos versus Bengals. Let's go. Let's go. Blue. Okay. Blue for the Broncos, red for the Bengals. What side are you on today? What side are you on? We're talking about the side first, okay? Then we're going to talk about the total, and then we'll talk about the props. Let's go, guys. Red for the Bengals, blue for the Broncos. Excuse me. Pepsi Cola, man. We're talking about what side are you on, whether it's team total where you're playing the number, the 7.5. Let's talk about Cincinnati versus Denver real quick, guys. If you're watching me for the first time, hit the follow button because we do these live streams every single day. We're cooking. I'm giving you guys good information, useful information that I use. I'm taking you through my thought process. I hope you guys appreciate that. I'm taking you through my thought process, the same thought process that gets me to 10-2 on NFL Week 4 so far and 10-0 last week. We had a great season last year, man, so I'm just ready. Hit the follow button, guys, because you're going to want to get some more of this content. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. Use promo code GREATNESS. GREATNESS, that'll get you 20% off your first month, man. All right, let's talk about Cincinnati versus Denver. This line opened up 7.5. It is still at 7.5, okay? 65% of the public is on Denver, so it is a little bit of a public play, but not crazy amounts like Packers yesterday. But let's talk about Denver here. In the situation they're in, they're coming off of the game against the LA Chargers, a game that they really had. They had that in the bag. They thought they won it. They had it in the bag. But it was a game-winning field goal by the Chargers that lost them that game. But on the other side, you really gotta, bro. On the other side, Cincinnati got their butts whooped. Right? They got their butts whooped. They lost 48-10 in Minnesota to backup quarterback Carson Wentz. And now you're going from playing a Brian Flores defense in Minnesota, and now you're traveling to Denver to play in altitude against a Denver defense, a Denver team that is going to be pretty pissed off about losing that game. On deck, both of these teams have not that either of them could be overlooking, but both of these teams have huge games on deck. Cincinnati is going to be up against the Detroit Lions. Denver is off to Philly, guys. Denver is off to the Super Bowl winning Philadelphia Eagles a week from now, or on Sunday. So maybe a little bit of a potential look ahead spot there for Denver. But they really can't afford to be looking ahead too much right now. They are not off to the best start of their season. But what's the reason for that? Really, the reason for that is Bo Nix. Bo Nix is not playing his best, man. He's ranked 25th in passer rating. He's completing only 64% of his passes. Guys, don't look now, but Jake Browning is actually completing more passes. He has a higher average per attempt. I know he looked good. He looked good in the comeback win against Jacksonville, but he looked horrible. He looked horrible against that blitz and the blitz packages in Minnesota. Now he's up against Denver here. In terms of offense to offense, guys, there really isn't an edge for either team here. Denver, I will say their offensive line is built pretty strong. They have a very good offensive line. They've only given up one sack, or they only give up an average of one sack per game. Cincinnati's, man, their offensive line is horrible, okay? And that's probably why my man Joe Burrow is not with us today. Sad but true. This offensive line is bad, but besides that, man, they got to get the running game going here with Chase Brown. That's a big question mark, though, if that can be said. On the defensive side, guys, if we're comparing the two defenses, yes, we know Denver's defense is better. They generate pressure. The red zone defense is really good, and they get some sacks here. Guys, when it comes down to actually picking this game, it's really hard to try to trust Jake Browning on the road, especially behind this offensive line. Even the defensive line is pretty weak. Denver is built really strong. They are built. Their offensive line is ranked number 1 across several metrics here, and their defensive line is ranked 8th. This is a tough. Honestly, this is a tough game to cap. This is Monday Night Football, guys. If this was any other day, if this was a Sunday, guys, if this was a Sunday 1 p.m. game, Denver. But just because it's Monday Night Football, man, these ugly dogs got a chance. These ugly dogs are going to put up a fight, just like the Cowboys did yesterday. I was not surprised to see the Cowboys put up a fight. People were calling for a blowout. I was like, bro, wait. Just wait. Here, I gotta lean Cincinnati with the points here. 7.5 is a lot of points for Denver to be laying with a Bo Nix quarterback that's not playing very well. He's ranked 25th in passer rating. Like I mentioned, he's not completing a lot of his passes. He's not going for he has a 5.6 average per attempt. Guys, this is what we're seeing here is a sophomore slump. This is teams that got film on him, and we're seeing the effects of that, man. I'm leaning Cincinnati here with the points right now. I just can't lay the points. The other way to look at that is to take Denver and like tease it, right? I'd be okay with that. And really, it's a close call sometimes to take the dog with the points or just tease the favorite down. But the way I'm leaning right now, again, Monday night, and if you're looking at offense to offense, there really isn't too much of an edge here besides the sacks allowed. You're talking about defense to defense. That's where you get a little bit more separation. Denver's defense, definitely the better unit here. But I'm feeling Cincinnati. This is a lot of points here to be laying with a team that's struggling like Denver is on offense. All capital greatness. That'll work for you, brother. All caps. Greatness. One word, obviously. That should work for you, man. We're talking about Jake Browning. He probably has another 2 interceptions. Guys, I know he looked awful a week ago, but Jake Browning, bro, he might be the best backup in NFL. Okay, Jake Browning, he's come into tough situations before, and he's had to fill in for Joe Burrow. He's actually done a pretty good job of that, man. I know he looked awful last week, but again, it's a week-to-week league. You gotta give these guys a chance any given Sunday or Monday, man. We're about to talk about the over/under. I got you, brother. Boss, Dolphins or Jets? I'm feeling the Jets right now, but I don't lock anything until I have some dinner, man. So, link is in bio. Link is in bio if you guys want to join up. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here. Do not miss out on these streams. All right, guys. Thanks for the live. You're welcome, Omar. Anytime, man. All right. I'm catching up. I'm trying to catch up with everybody, man. I need a winner. I got you, brother. So far, so good with us, man. I got Bengals 7.5, David. I think that's the right way to play it, man. Another day. Tune in with the GOAT and the family. Yes, sir, Juan. We out here grinding every single day. Let me catch up on YouTube real quick. My man, PSI says J.K. Dobbins to go under 64.5. You got Denver's star running back to go under here. Let's take a look here, man. Run frequency. Denver's ranked 17th in run frequency right now, so they're kind of middle of the pack. Up against a run defense in Cincinnati they're kind of middle of the pack too, man. I would just expect a lot of action to be on J.K. Dobbins. That's not really a reason to stay off of it. But man, they gotta get Bo Nix back in his comfort zone, and I think handing off the ball should work there, man. But I don't see myself going under on that. He had 3 INTs and 2 INTs. Yeah, I mean, he is a backup at the end of the day, man. Do you send plays every day? Every single day, bro. 7 days a week. 7 days of the week. 365 days of a year, man. We don't get any days off. Promo code greatness should work for you. All caps, guys. It has to be all caps. Better than Mac Jones? Yeah, bro. Jake Browning, bro. He's not bad. He's not bad. And we also talked about Jackson Dart and how he looked in the preseason. I've been watching Jake Browning in the preseason, and he's got something, bro. He's not your ordinary backup. Do you do college football? Bro, that's like our bread and butter. 68% on college football last year. A lot of you guys, I think, are new to my page so far, but I told you guys all summer, man, watch out for college football. 68% last year, and we're off to a great start again this year, man. All right, guys, are you guys ready to talk about the total? J.K. Dobbins to get a tutty here. Who are the guys that... let me see. Let me look at the Broncos here. He got a tutty last week. 83 yards. I really need to have like a way to just pull up the game logs right away. I would expect Denver to be in a more comfortable position to play from ahead a little bit, and I think they could rely on their run game here, and for Dobbins to get a touchdown, I think he finds the end zone, brother. I'm not a big prop guy, man, so don't go too crazy with that, man. Do you do NBA and hockey? I do NBA. I don't do hockey too much. In the playoffs, I dabble with it. But yeah, I do have some guys in the Discord that do hockey. But yeah, man, this is year-round, bro. NBA, or college basketball is pretty sweet. College basketball, I love college basketball. NBA, NFL, college football, it is the best time of the year. And tomorrow's the start of the MLB playoffs. A lot of you guys, we got our fame right here on TikTok. We got started posting TikTok plays, and we hit the first 11 in a row, 12 in a row. It's pinned on my my message. I came out of nowhere, and people were like, and that's like I just immediately got a little bit of fame here, man. What's your favorite prop today? I don't do props too much, brother. Let's stay on task. Over under. Okay, god damn, man. I just got slapped on the wrist. All right, man. Before I get in trouble, let's go to the over and under. We're talking about Cincinnati and Denver. Give me red for the over, blue for the under. Red for the over, blue for the under. It's all good, man. It's all fun and games. Give me red for the over, blue for the under. How are you guys playing the Bengals and the Broncos today? Over or under? Let me give you my opinion on this real quick. Let me see if these lines have moved at all. Oh, I have the updated numbers here. Red for the over, blue for the under. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here. Do not miss out on these streams. We're cooking every single day, man. And then if you want to join the Discord, link is in bio. Link is about to join up, man. All right, let's talk about this over or under. We are talking about Broncos and Bengals here, okay? This total opened up, looks like, okay, I'm getting mixed numbers here. Yeah, no, I pulled this up earlier. 43.5. 43.5 is where this opened up. This is up to 44.5 here. I talked about how both games went over in the Jets and Miami in their previous game. We don't have that here. One of these games, Cincinnati went over in their last game. Again, remember, a lot of turnovers, a lot of defense, some defensive scores there. That's going to make that game go over, whereas Denver's coming off of an under against the Chargers, okay? In terms of defense, that's the next thing I would look at here. Do we have some capable defenses here? We do, especially with the Broncos, man. Especially with the Broncos. They have one of the best red zone defenses. I think the best red zone defense. So they're making their opponents settle for field goals. They're generating pressure and getting sacks as well. And overall, they're pretty good here. Cincinnati on the other side, you would think Cincinnati's defense is so awful. If you're looking at just points per game, yeah, points per game is terrible here. But their success rate and their EPA numbers are really not that bad. These are two teams that just do not hold on to the ball. They don't eat up clock. They don't run the ball a whole lot. They run at a kind of a quick pace here a little bit too. Let's see. A year ago, both of these teams were over teams as well. Cincinnati 11-6 to the over. Denver was 10-7 to the over. This is a game where I would have to lean over here in Denver. I would have to lean over. I don't love this one either, man. Totals, I don't think is the way to play it. To way to play really any of these games today, but when you have these numbers and they're just bright red, I'm talking about the time of possession and run frequency, seconds per play. Everything is just telling me these teams just do not hold on to the ball, do not keep the clock running. The market agrees as well. They moved this thing up from 43.5 to 44.5. At the moment, I'm feeling the over here between Cincinnati and Denver. My man Lynn likes the Denver to go first half over 13.5. You're talking about the team total over 13.5. That could be a way of playing it. If you guys are looking at playing a Denver, I would suggest, just because it's Monday Night Football, guys, just because Cincinnati is coming off of one of the worst butt whoopings that they've gotten in a while, I would consider looking for alternative ways to play Denver if you were on it, man. My man says this is an easy over. I wouldn't say easy over too. I mean, you have Jake Browning, which is struggling a little bit. You got Bo Nix that is struggling a little bit. Kind of crazy though. You would think, right? The Jets and Miami game probably more likely to go over because everybody has the perception that these defenses are so bad. I kind of lean the under there. Cincinnati, Denver, I kind of leaning the over. What was the question? We were talking about the over-under. Knicks to get 175 passing and receiving yards. For him to go over his receiving yards here, looking at the passing game numbers, yeah, Cincinnati definitely lacking against the pass. Below average here success rate. They're letting their opponents definitely get something here through the air. If you're backing Bo Nix to get his passing yards there, I think you're solid, man. JK rushing and receiving. We just talked about that one earlier. J.K. Dobbins. Yeah, I think to get Bo Nix's confidence level back, I think J.K. Dobbins got to have a game, man. Nah, that's the under. I hear you, bro. It's kind of, I don't know. I'm kind of again just talking through it with you guys right now, and it's kind of opposite of what the public perception would probably be, man. I don't know. That's what I'm feeling so far. I need 12 points for fantasy. Who will get them? Higgins or Waddle? Let's see here. Between those two, I'd probably trust Higgins a little bit more today. Tua, I'm not a big fan of, especially if there's going to be some rain in the forecast. I would expect these defenses to be a little bit undervalued coming into today. Maybe see a little bit of a defensive game there. T. Higgins to get a touchdown. Yeah, Jerome. I was kind of feeling the same thing there. Valley Boy says Cortland Sutton touchdown. Tua two passing touchdowns. Tua to get passing touchdowns. Miami doesn't even try to run the ball. I know a lot of you guys are really salty about Achane not getting in the end zone in his last game. They don't even try to run the ball. They're at 32nd in run frequency. I think you got to use Waddle and Washington, Hill and the boys. All right, guys, it's coming in 10 p.m. Miami. Will you post the picks later? Yes, that's what I do. I drop my picks in the Discord. Link is in bio. If you guys want to join up, it's $70. It includes 4 weeks of NFL, 4 weeks of college, and MLB playoffs, which is around the corner, guys. If you guys want to join up, link is in bio. Use promo code GREATNESS, all caps, GREATNESS. That'll work for 20% off, man. Yep, $70, and then use promo code GREATNESS for 20% off. Just joined. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Discord does not let me send any more welcome messages. I will send you a welcome message in the daily chat. Daily chat is that's the channel where we all chat in. Yankees or Red Sox. I haven't. I got to study up on my MLB, and I've been all football mode for the last 4 days, guys. Guys, we get 5 days of football in a row, and I think the last 9 or 10 have been in the green, man. Every time I say, yeah, we're gonna focus on for the next 5 days, we're going football only. Baseball hasn't been the best part of the season. Now we're in the playoffs, so I'm pretty excited about MLB playoffs, man. And but yeah, we've been focused on football for the last 4 days. How long you get premium? It's a month. Who do you like to win the World Series? Yes. Now that we have the bracket ready, I have to get my futures ready. Welcome, guys. Whoever just joined the Discord, welcome. My man Durag says Jackson Dart. Man, Jackson Dart. Yo, he was he got a win there for the Giants, man. Think about it. The Chargers, they beat the Chiefs. They beat the Broncos. They beat the Raiders. They win 3 straight division games, got all wins, and they had to go across the country and play the Giants. How do you get excited about the Giants? And then they have a rookie starting. They overlooked the Giants. That's why I was on the Giants yesterday, man. Jess says, how do I join? Link is in bio, brother. Click the link in the bio. And then there's a monthly pass there, man. Who's Bengals top receiver? That would be Jamar Chase. I'm assuming all these guys. Let me check the latest injury report here. Let me update you guys real quick on the injury report between the Bengals and the Broncos. Nice little AFC matchup here. Man, it would be so nice to have Joe Burrow for this one, but we don't. Yeah, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and looks like they've lost their third guy. Their third guy was not. Oh yeah, it is Andre Iosivas or whatever his name is. It's really just a Higgins and Chase show. You got Jamar Chase and Chase Brown. All of these guys are healthy coming into today, so everybody except Joe Burrow, so you do like that. The tight end Noah Fant is out of this game. Noah Fant is out of this game, so you do want to keep that in mind there. You're not going to have your tight end blanket, safety blanket there for the quarterback. On the other side, Marvin Mims, the wide receiver 3, is questionable coming into this one. That's not going to move the needle. And then you've had the same injuries that you've had for the Broncos so far, so nothing new there. Broncos just to win, brother. Alfredo, I think that's fine with me, brother. I'm not going to talk anybody off of just straight up win, but I have seen crazier things happen, guys. It is I want to say it's easy to pick straight up because it is when you're picking just like a 7 or an 8 point favorite and just saying they're going to win. It's easy, but in NFL, man, you can't get away with just picking the favorites every single day. Even the Discord was telling me, yo, like the Packers are gonna blow them out. I'm like, bro, give Dak Prescott a chance. I don't care if CeeDee Lamb's not there. I don't care that the offensive line is a mess. These primetime games are always special, man. You gotta know when to go sharp. You gotta know when to go public. If you're having bad luck with that, link is in bio, guys. Link is in bio. We switch up the dogs with the favorites, and we know when to go public, when to go sharp. Link is in bio. If you guys want to join up, use promo code GREATNESS to get 20% off. I had Packers plus a half. Bro, you are smart for getting plus a half. In the Discord, I in daily chat, I posted that I was gonna take Packers just for plus money on the last drive of the game. They left 40 seconds or 30 seconds, and I grabbed a plus 300, I didn't even bother looking at the plus half, like what the plus half or the 1.5 would look like, because all those tickets cashed in case of a tie. I got Dallas plus 7.5 last night because of you. Hey, Cicito, bro, we gotta talk, man. Dallas plus 7.5, plus 7 was not an official play, but it was a lean. I told you guys if you don't have anything else on this game, I would that would be my lean. My man Sharpie, thank you, brother. Premium Discord is definitely worth the price. His NFL picks been on fire lately and pay for itself. Yes, man. Again, guys, we're not gonna clean sweep every single Sunday as much as I want to. It's been It's fun. You always got to go by the U's. You always got to play by the U. We do 1%. 1% is the U. If you got to go crazy, if you got to go a little wild with it, go 2%, 3%. But we're playing with percentages here, okay? We're playing with percentages here. At the end of the week, I just want to be in the green. How many INTs does Tua have on the season? Let's pull that up right now. He's usually good for like 1, man. He's usually good for a 1. His yeah. Yeah, he threw 2 against the Colts, but then 1 against the Patriots, 1 against the Bills. He has 4 on the season. Miami football right now is this Miami, not the other Miami. Miami, Florida is doing pretty good, but Miami Dolphins not so much, man. My man, thank you, brother. Yeah, so Ravens was my only loss yesterday. Yeah, Miami was the only loss. Ravens was the only loss, and that's the one I picked for the free play. It's annoying because I know you guys that were with me here on the live stream yesterday. I told you guys this was a pass. I ended up talking myself into it. Not for nothing, bro. My only loss of the day yesterday was a game that I originally said I was going to pass on. I said this is one you just sit back and watch between these kind of teams. I ended up pulling the trigger on it, but it is what it is, man. We do playoff start for baseball tomorrow, brother. Tomorrow. They get 1 day off today, and then they're back at it tomorrow. How do you feel about J.K. Dobbins to get a touchdown, a tutty here? I did say yes. I think Denver wants to run the ball here. They got to try to establish the run and get my man some confidence. I didn't have anything on it. Yeah, you're good, man. But yes, +7 was my lean yesterday. Ravens cooked our 3-legger. They did, bro. We would have had that 3-legger too, right? Dude, we would have had another 3-legger if it wasn't for the Ravens. Crazy. It's all good, man. Who's scoring a touchdown today? I'm not a big prop guy, but if I were looking at some guys to get in the end zone, man, I think Garrett Wilson is a good option, right? Especially with Justin Fields back, I would trust him a little bit more. Chase Brown for Cincinnati, the running back. You have to give the ball to Chase Brown. You can't rely on Jake Browning, the quarterback, to just go pass and just drop back. I would be looking at those two. Again, I'm really just spitballing right now. I'm not a prop guy at all. J.K. Dobbins to get in the end zone. That's not bad either. You guys do props way more than me. How often do they give it to the second guy? I'm looking at Samaje Perine. He's a guy that could get the ball in the goal line, right? Is that one you could see getting stolen right there? Is Breece Hall getting in? Actually, yeah. I like Breece Hall because you have the Jets team that wants to run the ball. They try to run the ball, and Miami defense does struggle with it a little bit. Achane, I know Achane didn't get in the end zone last week. I don't love it though, man. It's just I don't love it just because Tua, man, he just wants to drop back and pass. That's what this offense does. I think this head coach is just a jerk with it, man. That's all they do. Yeah, they don't commit to the run game. They're 32nd in run frequency. I'm not in love with Achane. What up, Sergio? How you doing, brother? P. Ryan, not a bad look. I'm just wondering how often. I mean, it probably could happen in any game, but I just feel like in prime time, they want to give the second running back a look, maybe. All right, guys. Thanks for chatting it up. I have to go update the injury report. I got to see who's in and who's out. I got to look at some line movement. I got to check some boxes, and I will have I gave you guys just the way I'm feeling right now. Don't try to guess my plays. Consider joining the Discord, man. You're gonna consider this, man. If you try to guess my plays and you get it wrong, if you think I'm on the total, I go side. or I go teaser, or so many different ways to play this. If you get one wrong, you would have already just spent the $70 right there, man. So $70, you get a full month, 4 weeks of NFL, 4 weeks of college football, and MLB playoffs. Link is about to join up, and then hit the follow button before you leave. Guys, thank you. If you have any questions that I didn't answer, if you have any follow-up questions, go comment on my last video. I will respond before game time. Thank you, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm ready too, brother. Let's get it, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Link is about to join the squad. Peace. YouTube, thanks for sticking with me, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up before you leave as well. Lion King says, any spread ideas? I have to, like I said, update some numbers. Right now, I'm feeling the Jets. Feeling the Jets a little bit, but it's a different story if I get there, man. I gotta go update some numbers and see where we're at. Yes, are we cooking MLB playoffs? Yes, we will tomorrow, guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.